Falling is always scary, but when you fall, you're trying something that you're not used to. Falling is the flip side of a commitment. As long as you keep skating, you will fall over and over and over and over and over again. So, it is important to understand the structure of the human body and learn how to fall safely to minimize the risk of injury. Today, I will explain how to fall safely on a skateboard. You're watching Why the Trek. Please subscribe. Simply put, to avoid injury, you have to roll your body forward to dissipate kinetic energy acting on your body. But before going directly into the details of how to do it, let's see what happens to the human body when it feels fear from a physiological perspective. Have you ever experienced your body stiffening when you face a threat? Not just in skateboarding, but for example in an accident. Imagine when an animal jumps out right in front of your car. It just needs to move forward, but it can't make a momentary decision as its body stiffens. The same thing happens to the human body. This phenomenon is called the freezing response and occurs when brain experiences strong fear or stress. The human body has sympathetic nerves that tense muscles, and parasympathetic nerves that relax them. When the brain feels stressed, it activates the sympathetic nerves and tries to protect the body by stiffening the muscles. If you fall into this freeze response in the middle of a trek, you will not be able to move your body freely, and as a result, your trick will not work. You must have experienced your leg stops in the middle of a trek, and that may be due to the freeze response. The downside of the freezing response is not only it makes it harder to land the tricks, but it also increases the risk of injury. By stiffening the leg muscles, you are more likely to land unsteadily, increasing the chance of rolling your ankle. Furthermore, when you get afraid, you tend to pull your body away from the board, which causes your tricks to turn, as I explained in the previous video. In order to alleviate the freezing response, take a deep breath and do a light stretch. Taking a deep breath calms the sympathetic nervous system and activates the parasympathetic nervous system responsible for relaxing the muscles. Doing some stretch and jumping lightly can also help loosen stiffened muscles, allowing them to move more freely. So far, we've sorted out what to do when muscles become stiff, but what can we do to curb the fear in the first place? First of all, the basic premise is to get used to the feeling of riding a skateboard. It is often said you should start practicing it on grass, but if there is no grass around, you can use a crack in the ground to hold the board in place so that it does not move, and you can ride it with peace of mind. As soon as you're ready, I recommend practicing any trick while moving as much as possible, no matter how slow. There is a reason for this that I will talk about in a minute, but let me show you things you can do without an ollie first. Pushing, cruising, hippie jumps, bunny hops, spins, manual, caveman, and caveman to manual, etc, etc. Getting used to the feeling of doing something while moving is the first step. This is because tricks feel different when you're moving than when you're standing still. So, if you get used to stationary tricks, it will take some time to get used to doing tricks while moving. Also, if you twist your ankle while stationary, all your weight will concentrate on your ankle, which will aggravate the injury. Practicing while moving helps you release the kinetic energy. So, what should you do in case you fall? It is absolutely important to remember that trying to stop yourself is the worst thing you can do. If you fall, you can avoid injury by rolling your body forward to dissipate kinetic energy, when you know you should not. Even if you can't help it, avoid planting it with your thumb pointing outward at all costs. as all the force acting on your body will concentrate on your forearm, leading to shoulder dislocation or forearm fracture. Next one's head. Always pull your chin back and round your body when you fall backward. If you're concerned, do not hesitate to wear a helmet. And the last one is ankles. Honestly, you may roll your ankle no matter how careful you are in skateboarding. But to minimize the risk of injury, get off the board as soon as you feel uncomfortable or roll on the ground. However, rolling your body on the hard ground is not exactly what you usually do. If you are not familiar with the feeling of rolling on the ground, I recommend using a wrist guard. It helps you release your body's energy by being able to slide on the ground on your palms. Next, let's see how to fall on transitions. Wearing knee pads is effective, but many of you may not have one. I don't have one. On transitions, as soon as you feel something is going wrong, get off your board even more quickly than on flat ground. You may get injured if you force yourself to land a trick when you have lost control or feel scared. The time when you land your trick will surely come. If you think it's unsafe, do not hesitate to get off your board and try it again the next time. Finally, let's just talk about the mindset. Falling is part of skateboarding. Do not hesitate to fall as soon as you feel uncomfortable. Skateboarding takes a long time to improve. Take your time and practice at your own pace while setting small goals. If you are struggling with ollies, remember, ollies are not the only way to have fun in skateboarding. Foot plants, for example, are a great way to get used to the feeling of skateboarding. Please take a look at the previous video. Also, don't forget to try the 3D animation converter. It allows you to convert your video into a 3D animation simply by uploading it to the system. Please make a good use of it. And that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe. Until next time.